Good morning, and today we're going to look at an example of early giving. And we are in Acts chapter 4, verses 34 and 35, just two verses. Uh, it starts off, there was not a needy person among them. Poverty was taken care of by the early church. Remember that when the Jews became Christians, they were shunned, they were kicked out of the synagogue, which meant they had no access to a marketplace, so no way to buy groceries. Um, for as many as were owners of lands or households or houses, sold them and brought the proceeds of what they sold. So this is a radical method of giving. They are looking at the Jerusalem Christians. They lived as refugees abroad, and then having responded to the gospel on the day of Pentecost, now they're broke, and responding to Christianity, they're even broker. People didn't wait for others to give. They saw the need, rose, and then they helped and laid it at the apostles' feet. It was distributed to each as any had need. Unfortunately, this generosity of the early Christians soon began to be abused. Later, the Apostle Paul taught regarding those who should be helped and how they should be helped. Paul gave us a lot of directions. In 1 Timothy 5:3, the person has to be deemed truly needy, and he defined real widows as those not cared for by their families. The church wasn't running a welfare program. They were running a program for people's welfare. Sometimes we give to someone in need. They in turn become the church beggars. They're given money, then they book a cruise. Is not someone in need, someone in need of that type of personality maybe needs some counseling? So here's some things of Second Thessalonians 3:10 through 12, 1 Timothy 5:8, and 1 Thessalonians 4:11. These are some standards of measuring who are the needy and who are not. Okay, right off the bat, if you don't work, you don't eat. Even the program that was devised in the Old Testament, people had to go work as they glean the fields. Your own family should provide for you. If they don't, they're worse than an infidel. They're worse than a pagan. Over and over again, work with your hands. So these are just a few things that were brought up, and we're going to look at a little bit more of it in the next couple of days.